Hey everybody, it's Sunday night, it's 10 o'clock, and it's Tom Antion live. Guess who's in the background? Later on, go to YouTube and check out Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jeff Healey on the song Look at Little Sister. You can just rock out all night. Oh boy. I can't play it all or I'll get sued. But they are rocking. Stevie Ray Vaughan got taken away way too soon. Jeff Healey, for those of you that don't know, was blind since birth, so he's really rocking it out too. All right, let me refresh this Facebook thing and see who's stopping by. Don't forget to share if you wouldn't mind. Click like. Hey, we got folks coming in. Hey, Marilee, how are you? Dean, what's going on? Get on down, bro. That's right. We sure are. So, rainy weekend, so didn't get a chance to work on Malibu, my rental house, this weekend. Hey, Donna, how are you? Let's get rocking. Yeah. Yeah, that was Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jeff Healey a while back. Must have been in the late 80s, because I think Stevie Ray Vaughan died in around 1990. Roberto! Yeah, I agree. That's why I kind of shut it off pretty good. Pretty fast. Hopefully I can get away with fair use there. Hey, Joe, how are you? You first time visitor? Nice to see you here. Warren, what's going on, man? Alan. Hey, Tom Healey. Roadhouse, yeah. Oh boy. So anyway, we got a great fake sponsor and an ensuing tip for you on self-defense. Reliant Funding is our fake sponsor this week. They're definitely not sponsoring us. Probably never will. Okay. However, they did send this, you get these in the mail sometimes, right? They're fake. They don't work. This one has my name on it, so I don't really want to use this one for what I'm telling you about. But I get things, that are just blank, all right, with a fake name or John Doe on it. Save those, folks. Save them. Because one of the things we teach in self-defense, and I do it myself, if I'm forced to go, I don't do it much anymore because I'm so savvy about not going to the bad part of town, because that's why they call it the bad part of town, for a reason, But if I do have to go somewhere sketchy for some reason, I take a fake wallet with me, and it's full of these kinds of cards. And so if somebody wants to mug me, I, here, take my wallet, man, just let me go. I might. You got to be careful of throwing it, because you might diss somebody and then they decide to cap you just for fun. Hey, even if it gives you that little opening we're always looking for, because if I say, here, my wallet, man, I got everything in there, take it, the cash, everything. There's no cash in it, but I say cash. So naturally, that person is going to look. When they look, I attack. Okay, or run, or hit him, throw a garbage can at him or something. It depends on what weapon, if they have a weapon, and lots of factors. But having a fake wallet, hey Eileen, thank you very much for sharing, appreciate it, is a good idea. So when you get these in the mail, save them, and actually you can buy collections of old real credit cards on eBay. Maybe 10, 15 bucks, somebody will send you like 10 or 15 old ones, and you can just put real cards in there. Don't put something that doesn't exist anymore, like Esso gas or something, But definitely, there you go. Hey, Brett, how are you? Okay, so Reliant Funding is definitely not sponsored. Okay, let's see what we got coming up in this episode. In the news, we got a lot of news today, like always. Sweet volunteer mom. Yeah, that'll be a nice one. In the scam section, do you need a nanny? Well, let's see. In a brutal self-defense, sailing the ocean blue. Remember Gilligan, all right? Internet section, fast and furious. Speaking tip, make sure they're going to laugh. And this week in the a-hole section, I'm going to give you a definition of what an a-hole is. All right. The hero of the week is only 9 years old and is going to save thousands of babies and pets. Wait till you hear about this young man. All right, announcements. All right, do have a big announcement. September 15th and 16th is going to be our VIP video weekend. Used to do VIP video day where we crammed everything in one day. So I made a different format where you're going to be here 2 days. And, we're going to have all kinds of great stuff. In the morning on Friday, the 15th, you're going to shoot in our high definition studio, welcome videos, traffic driving videos, training videos, whatever you want, you'll have an hour. And then Mark, our video guy, will edit them, put graphics on for them and the whole bit, and give them to you within 2 weeks or so, because we have about 5 people here for that day. Then you're going to have a YouTube marketing section. Mark has written 3 books on YouTube marketing, so you'll have a YouTube marketing session. You're going to have Lakia telling you how to use video on all your social media platforms. And then you're going to have me showing you how to make a $50,000 production about your business or yourself for pennies on the dollar. The one that I have has probably made me $5 million or so. I don't know for sure, but it really makes you stand out from the crowd. Then we got working lunch with me, on me. We got working dinner with me, on me. That doesn't mean you throw it on me or throw up on me, just to clarify, but I'm paying for all that. And then in the evening, we come back into our studio and I teach you lighting techniques and indoor, outdoor shooting, equipment, sound, all this stuff. Now, keep in mind, folks, I've been doing this professionally 37 years. All right, not as much as the technical part, but creating videos that sell, make money. I don't know how many millions of bucks I made on this. So then the new part that I added is the next day we're going to go into the field. We're going to go on locations, and I'm going to show you how to make a great, interesting video, a sales video or a training video, anywhere you are. Makes it really exciting, interesting for your channel, so it's not all talking head all the time. So that's September 15th and 16th. VIP video weekend. If you want to check it out, write this down, Antion.com/VIP video day. It's still day from the old URL, VIPvideoday.htm. Antion.com/VIPvideoday.htm. Want to see you here? Only 5 slots available, so it's very small class, and you get 2 dinners, 2 lunches, all the training, the editing. You get a pre-arrival consultation to get you ready for it, and then a post follow-up, because you're always going to have questions. Oh, I forgot to tell you, we're going to do a session on basic editing. This is going to save you thousands and thousands of dollars on editing, on simple stuff, putting graphics on, putting lower thirds on, putting your phone number on, putting text on, is stuff you can do pretty much on your iPhone or your cell phone or your tablet. So we're going to have a session on that. It's going to save you thousands of dollars. You're going to see how simple it is. All right. Okay, doke. So that's what's going on September 15th and 16th. All right. Now, weight loss. Yay! 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 So let's see. This is the 32nd week that I am reporting weight loss. I started off at 44 pounds down, and last week I was on a little plateau. I had been 86, 87, 87 last week. 91 this week. Yay! 91, 91. I actually hit 92 one day this week, but on the weigh-in day, which is Sunday morning every week, I was 91. So, yay, we're cranking along, which is 1.47 pounds per week. So thank you, Alan. Thank you, Eileen, for sharing. Appreciate it. Okay. Hey, Barbara, how are you? Hey, for those of you that ever get a chance, Barbara Ann has one of the best demo videos I have seen in years. I saw it, I don't know, yesterday, the day before or something, but she really did a nice job putting together a demo video, fast moving, exciting, had all the elements that should be in one. Beautiful job, Barbara. Good for you. Hey, Charlotte, how are you? Yes, that's right, Barbara. I will hit. I'm definitely got to blow past 100. I got a long way to go. I want to get down below 200, so I got a ways to go yet. Yay, 91, says Donna. Let's see. Roberto said something, but it got away from me. Hey, when you get a chance later to watch the cute video below this one on my Antion personal page. Now, if you are listening on one of the other pages, Screw the Commute or Antion Associates, probably better to watch on Facebook.com/Antion because I won't see your comments until afterwards. So anyway, there we go. 91 down. All right, let's go to the mailbag. Brianna says, last week, somebody said my hair was terrible. So I went and got a haircut. And then Brianna says, your hair is just fine. But I thought, oh, this is going to be nice. But she said, at your age, you're lucky you have any. Thanks, Brianna. Appreciate that. Kind of a backhanded compliment there. Harry says, what's up with Ilya? For those of you that don't know, Ilya was my first geek. I recruited him out of Comp USA back in around 1997. And he's now a millionaire in Los Angeles. He had a company called Cyplex, and then he opened Pluto TV, and they got an initial round of funding in the millions. I don't know how all that works, but just took off. So he's doing great. He's got two gorgeous little girls and a big old dog. So I know he's doing great, and I'm thrilled about it. Let's see. Congratulations. Dean is stuck at 55 pounds for 2 weeks. That's just like I said, Dean. It happened to me, but I technically, I guess I wasn't stuck because I jumped 4 pounds this week, and that's double. I mean, that's even more than my 1.5 pounds per week. So don't worry about it. Just stick to it, bud. Let's see. Roberto says you have now lost more than Walt weighs. Barbara says, thanks, it'll be up in a couple days. Her really, really nice demo video. Okay, so Joe says, how's the trailer coming? Well, I've actually been sidetracked on the trailer because of my Malibu house needed work, and so I'm redoing the deck. We did some electrical work yesterday. I'm learning how to use a commercial spray painter. I'm really learning how to deal with a concrete slab that somebody had put AstroTurf down, picked the AstroTurf up, left all the glue, and then painted over it. Man, I was down there. I went and bought some stuff at Harbor Freight Tools, a grinder that's supposed to grind concrete. And oh man, I mean the glue gets stuck in the so it's kind of a mess. So the trailer's on hold. Although I did get a step stool for it from off of one of the buying apps, and because we jacked it up so high it's hard to get in, so I got a step stool. Okay, let's get to the news. Well, the epidemic continues. Do they call that I think a pandemic when it's like bigger than an epidemic? I'm not sure, but the saga continues. So a judge throws out an Alabama teacher's conviction because, and this teacher was accused of, let's see, I don't know what she was doing with this student, but she got convicted, thrown out and everything. But the judge threw the whole thing out, the criminal case against her, because he said the student-teacher sex law is unconstitutional. Now, I'm not that much of a progressive, but I like that judge. I think, all right, I don't want kids to get abused, but I was just thinking, you know, like I said, these teachers were nowhere to be found when I was a kid. No, now they're everywhere. Now, how many weeks have I been reporting, you know, teachers having sex with students? It's been like 6 weeks now. Every week there's something about it. And I'm not done with the update because Crystal Cloudus, a 35-year-old, another cutie pie, she was convicted of sexting with a teen boy student. She got convicted to, I think, 5 years, spent 1 year in jail, was on probation. As soon as she got out, she volunteered as a classroom mom and got caught again and thrown back in jail. And I can imagine like her showing up at the PTA meeting, and some dad says, "Hey, I want you to introduce you to my son." I don't know. Anyway, it goes on and on. Now, apparently, Zumba, for those of you who don't know, Zumba is an exercise system based on some kind of dance, I think. Zumba must be dangerous. Not necessarily to your heart, not maybe to your joints for bouncing too much. Apparently it's dangerous because 6 people got arrested in Iran for teaching it. Okay, so Zumba is dangerous. You know, I tell you what, just like my trainer said, your weight loss is in the kitchen. So you don't have to exercise if you don't want to, especially Zumba, if you happen to be visiting Iran anytime soon. Okay, all right. Now, terrorism has been on everybody's mind for, you know, several years now, minimum, you know, more than that, really. So the country of Denmark decided, you know, it's just not working the way we're handling the terrorist situation. And I am not making this up. They have Hug a Jihadi program. I'm not making this up. Hug a Jihadi program, Hug a terrorist program, because they feel like it will stop the spread of extremism if you just hug these people instead of throw them in jail or execute them. All right. Now, this kind of reminded me of many of you may not know this person, Robert Clay Allison. But he was a kind of a gunfighter, you know, kind of a rabble-rouser. One time he rode through town naked with just his gun on. And so and this quote has been attributed to a lot of different movies. Maybe Alan would know for sure which one it really was in, something like this. But they said he never killed a man that did not need killing. The saying is yeah, that guy needed killing, you know. And so that's kind of how I feel about the terrorists. You know, hug them maybe in a chokehold and choke them out and kill them maybe. I don't know. But Hug a Jihadi is what the Denmark people have. So maybe, Alan, if you Alan has a series of books. I forget what they're called. They're quotes from badasses, basically. My favorite is from Billy Jack. Billy Jack was in the 80s, and he was in this one movie where he's standing right in front of this guy, and he says, "You know what? I'm going to take this side of my foot, and I'm going to whap you in this side of your face. And you know what? There ain't a damn thing you can do about it." And then, boom, he did it. so that was one of my favorites. But maybe Alan can figure out where that came from. The guy needs a killing. Dean Hankey says, "I've lost a whole Backstreet Boy." You know, I think I was telling you last week, I was loading up these 5-gallon jugs in our water cooler, and I was carrying one, and I'm thinking, damn, this thing's heavy. And I've like lost over 2 of those, 2 and a fourth of those things, and I'm thinking I was carrying this around the whole time. Yeah, Alan has a series of books called Tough Guy Wisdom. Yeah, and I'm not sure if that one's in there, but it's been in some movie. I'm just not sure what. Now, crazy ways to die. And, you know, they have the Darwin Awards, all right? That's kind of the gold standard. If you can die and get in the Darwin Awards, you really, well, you're dead, basically. But you made it, I guess. So this Michigan woman was on an African safari and somehow got killed by a hippopotamus. Now, I don't know how you stumble in the way of a hippopotamus. Maybe, do they sneak up on you? I mean, they only weigh, I don't know, 2 tons or something like that. And they're big as a house. How do you get killed by a hippopotamus? And this brings me to something that's happening every year down at OBX, which is the Outer Banks, which is south of me, where people get bit by sharks or shark attacks all the time. And this is my theory about it. And one time, the guy got his arm bit off. They haul him away in an ambulance. 30 minutes later, all the kids and the parents are back in the water like nothing happened. I mean, how stupid is this? My theory is if you come to my house, let's say, and barge in, you're going to have some serious consequences, all right? And so it's the same thing. If you go in the water, that's that shark's house. Well, you're asking for serious consequences, all right? If you go in the jungle where the hippo lives, you could get killed, and this lady did. So, stay home. I remember at the end of my show, I say, stay home, make some money. You know, you don't have to go. These people that go sit and look straight at a gorilla, how fucking stupid is that? One swat, psh, you're dead. All right, one swat, boom, you're dead. All right, it's just ridiculous. You can see plenty of pictures of gorillas in the encyclopedia. All right, and this is a good excuse for me to bring up a picture of an encyclopedia. There is the World Book Encyclopedia, which I used to sell. I won't say door to door because they would set appointments for me. And I was a big winner of selling lots of encyclopedias back in the day. And the reason I bring it up is because I always like to brag on my dad. When my dad retired, he sat down and read the entire World Book Encyclopedia, all 26 volumes. He was the smartest guy. He went to 2nd grade, was his formal education, but he was the smartest guy I knew. But love you, Dad. Miss you. Here's what I've been doing lately. Oh, you asked about the trailer. I forgot to tell you about this. I found this device called the Kilowatt. And see, on my trailer, I got to do some calculation on what electrical items I'll be using and how much power they take. And that would be the pump for the water. That would be my laptop. That would be lights. whatever else we got to add it all up. But if you plug something into this thing, it'll tell you the wattage. It'll tell you the startup wattage, which is higher, and then the running wattage. And then if you leave it on all night, it'll, like, say if it was an air conditioner, it'll tell you how much power you used over 24 hours or whatever long you put it on there. So it was only like 20 some bucks on the Amazon. So if you want to see where all your power is going in your house, some things you can't plug in, like your air conditioning unit, but a portable air conditioning unit you can. So that's what I've been doing. And then let's see, what else I want to show you. Oh, well, this was this is Baby. This is in doggy heaven now. That's Starly Murray's foot right there. That was butt camp where Baby just went to sleep on stage. Luckily it wasn't a wake 'em up seminar. I'd really been embarrassed, but that's my little baby in doggy heaven. And she's wearing her I am not a poodle shirt. Okay, let's get back to the news here. This is a big report came out of the Wisconsin State Fair. A married couple was arrested for public sex, was caught on tape, and they apparently liked it because they saw the person filming them and waved to them. But the reports say the woman was sporting a blue ribbon on her butt from the bovine category. I made it up. All right, I made it up. But anyway, that did happen at the Wisconsin State Fair. Now, any of you out there, I know a lot of you have been asking me. Alan says he's not. He says there's been similar quotes, right, but not sure of an exact. No, yeah, similar ones I've been talking about, Alan. I wonder where they are. Yeah, Billy Jack was awesome. Let's see. Set and train with the guy who actually did the kick in that movie. Oh, that's cool. So Billy Jack didn't do it. I thought he did it. Okay. So I know I've been getting a lot of emails and a lot of actual mail letters. I've been getting people stopping by the house asking me, Tom, where can we take our family to make sure somebody in the crowd urinates on us? And so I have the answer for you. It's a Metallica concert, because that's what happened to a family. The older family took their young kid to see what they watched when they were kids, and some guy was so drunk behind him, he stood up and peed on all of them. All three of them, and then witnesses saw it, and they finally caught the guy. He left, and then he was coming back from the bathroom. I don't know why he went to the bathroom. He had just done it, and they arrested him. And probably the people have to go get tests for I don't know what now, but anyway, that's where you go if you're really into that. All right. Now this is the wait a minute section of today's news. Wait a minute, what? Apparently Papa John has debuted a gluten-free pizza. All right? Awesome. All right, the whole world's gluten-free. I was thinking about buying up all the unused gluten and cornering the market on it, so when things turn around, I will be the gluten king. But I didn't do it. But anyway, Papa John's is debuting a gluten-free pizza. This is real. And there's a warning on it that gluten-intolerant people should avoid this pizza. What the hell? Wait a minute. This is the wait a minute section. What? So that's true. Now, last week I reported on a really sad situation where a Playboy bunny was in a painful situation. Her back was killing her because she had 30 double H boobs. And this is sad. We got a GoFundMe account set up for her. Apparently, she would get the maximum discount at this Chinese restaurant that opened up. And they are offering a discount based on your bra size. I'm not making this up. And so they I think the maximum discount is 25%. So this Playboy bunny would certainly qualify for that. And it went down to, I think, 10% discount for an A cup. You know the thing. So, although business picked up, they did get a lot of flack for this. So overall, the idea was, I guess if we could call it a bust. All right, let's see. Let's go to the scam bag where we find the scumbags. Let's see. Back to the things here. Yeah, that's definitely a golden shower at Metallica concert. Alan says the Korean Hapkido master did the fight scenes. Bong Soo-han. Watch the scene close, and you can see when Tom Laughlin and the doubling. Okay, well, I didn't know that. Now you just ruined my night, Alan, but thank you. I thought Tom Laughlin was badass, and now I see he's got a foot double. Hey, Nancy, how are you? Trying to connect. Well, I guess you did, because I see you there. Okay, the scam bag, where we find the scumbags. This isn't, I teased this about a nanny position. Well, I'm not saying that you're trying to hire a nanny, because that's a whole other thing. But if you were responding to an ad for a nanny or a pet sitter or caregiver, this is basically just a different way to run an old scam, which was an advance fee scam. So they're going to send you a check for more than you're supposed to have and ask you to cash it and then send portion of the money to some other thing. And it could be to pay their cable bill, or not pay their cable bill, but to some supplier that's going to send some medical things to the house or something goofy like that. Well, it's just an old scam where they're going to, the check to you bounces, so you get nothing. You pay your good check to scammers. They take the money. There's no job, and you owe the check that you paid them to the bank because they disappeared, and you wrote a check on a bad check, and so you owe the bank money. So it's screwed up. So anytime you're looking at any job function, any job offering, and they ask you to do something like that, it's a scam. Report them, just hang up basically, because nobody's going to catch them. Unless my show comes around, then I'll catch them. But that's the scam, advance fee scam. All right, self-defense tip. We've got several things going on here. The first thing is, not only are you that are out there taking care of yourself, I hope, brutal self-defense, but many of you have children and you're responsible for them. Well, this has to do with babysitters. In Massachusetts, 2 babysitters were caught on Snapchat video putting a baby in the refrigerator and laughing about it when the baby's crying. All right? Jesus, you better get every nanny cam that exists, because everybody knows about the little teddy bear sitting there now. So, but there's all kinds of ones that'll be in clocks and light fixtures and transformers plugged into the wall. All of these are available now for nanny cams. So if you got to go out somewhere and you hire a babysitter, I mean, how do you predict that a kid is going to do something like that? I mean, it's unbelievable. So you got to just triple check. Oh my God! And even people that give them a reference may not know stuff like this is going on. All right, next thing is a horrified vacation couple watches their home get burgled via TV on a TV app. Well, this is like Ring, those kinds of places that, send a thing to your cell phone. Well, here's the problem. you better have a plan if somebody's breaking in on who you're going to call that's going to respond the fastest. These people just sat and watched their home get robbed, had nobody to call, and they just got robbed. Right? So thing is yeah, I'm all for that kind of thing, as long as you use it and sensibly and have a plan on what to do if somebody does break in. And then where's your alarm system? In addition, I heard this crazy commercial that's supposed to be a policeman saying, well, I wouldn't have an alarm system. I want this thing that's going to alert me, and if it's bad, I'll call the police. Well, what if you're bleeding out? I mean, what if, that's ridiculous. You want to have, something automated in case you're incapacitated or you can't get a signal or whatever. I mean, so they paid this police officer, they said that, but, he just whored himself, because nobody in their right mind would, say, oh, I'm going to call the police if I see my home getting robbed. That's just stupid, all right? So have a plan. And the next thing is I got offered over 100 cruises to speak on cruises. I turned them all down. At the time, I turned them down because I didn't want to be away from the office and have, $900 a minute internet access, and it doesn't interest me. I need to have 24-hour, 7 days a week buffets. All right, yeah, really, that's what I need. But this cruise called the Sea Princess had to do a blackout for 10 days because there was pirates hitting these cruise ships. And okay, all right, I can see a cruise from here to the Bahamas. You're probably not, or from Miami to the Bahamas, you're probably not going to get a bunch of pirates, like Somali pirates, chasing you. All right, but you go around the world cruise, what the hell are you going to do if pirates come in the ship, all right, take over the ship? And it's just start throwing people overboard, take all your valuable, I mean, again, you got to, people say, well, we shouldn't have changed our lifestyle because of these bad guys. Okay, you're right, you don't have to, but you can be dead, you can get robbed, you could have your wife raped right in front of you by a Somali pirate, and while you're tied up and gagged, and then he cuts your throat just for fun, just watch you bleed out, let her see you bleed out, and then he rapes her again, gives them to all his buddies, all right? Fuck, all right? This stuff happens. This is not a playtime anymore. Cruise line blacked out an entire gigantic cruise ship for 10 days. They taught the people to lock themselves out of their cabin and hang out in the hallway, because they're going to climb up the side of the ship and try to come in through your cabin. I mean, Jesus, So, anyways, think twice before you take a cruise. Do it online. Just watch. Go on YouTube and watch some pretty pictures. All right. All right, your internet tip. I did this one. This was in my Screw the Commute private group, which I know all of you should be joining. That thing, it's cheap. Yeah, Brent said, send your rejected cruise ship invites to me. On second thought, don't. Alan says, from the 1966 film The Appaloosa, well, I've done a lot of killing. I've killed a lot of men and sinned a lot of women, but the men I killed needed killing. There it is. And the woman wanted sinning. And, well, I never was much to argue. That is very good. Love it. Thank you, Alan. 1966, The Appaloosa. Let's see. Where are we at here? Yeah, so this was from Screw the Commute. I did this tip this week on, I called it Fast and Furious, where just because it's internet doesn't mean you let a customer sit and wait for forever just because you don't want to take the time to run your freaking business, all right? You think, oh, that's just, I'm going to sit with my feet up. I don't want to be inconvenienced. Well, think about, I don't want to say you're broke, because maybe you're not broke, but if you are broke, why are you doing that? All right. I never do that. Never have, never will. My entire career, I take care of problems fast. And as soon as I did it this week, the guy was going to cancel a $27 sale. He kept the sale and he gave me $20 more for another thing. And he's all happy, thrilled, bragging about couldn't believe I called him and all this. So there's $47 I saved. And remember, I've been doing this for years and years and years, taking care of customers. And they brag about me, and I'm not bragging about myself right now. I'm just telling you what the hell to do. If it's internet, it doesn't mean it's just so aloof you can just wait till Monday to take care of them. No, take care of them right away, fast. And then I'm furious if the employees don't take care of people fast when I'm not around. All right, so that's fast and furious. All right, speaking tip, I said make sure they laugh, right? Well, when you deliver a punchline, you deliver it to a person in the audience that you know is going to laugh. You don't just spray it out over the audience. If you've been speaking, if you've been up there for 10, 15 minutes or so and some laughter's happened, you can tell if you pay attention and you're not, if you've prepared for your speech and you know it cold, and you can pay attention to these other things that make you great, okay? If you just are winging it all the time and desperate to get the information out, you can't understand or even try to implement these things I teach you to take you from here way up to here, because you're too busy worrying about just what to say and get the job done. No, if you got that down so good, then you can do all these other tips that I tell you that make you great, not just a reject from Toastmasters, all right? So deliver humor to somebody you know is going to laugh, because laughter is contagious. Laughter is a socially facilitated phenomena. If a person sees or hears somebody else laughing, they're more likely to laugh. You hear that on sitcoms. They have a laugh track, even though you know it's fake. They put it in there at network TV when the episode costs $5 million to make. They still put a laugh track in, all right, because they want it to. It makes it funnier, and it makes the whole thing, everybody laugh and laugh. And also seating methods, which I've probably talked about before, so people can see each other, semicircular seating. But anyway, deliver a punchline to the person you know is going to laugh, especially if they have one of these loud cackling laughs. It's just people just laugh because they're laughing, but it all reflects good on you. Okay, so a-hole of the week. I didn't really have an a-hole of the week. I could have found one, but I thought, I'm going to look up a-holes and see what Wikipedia has to say about it. This is right from Wikipedia. And also they had, I'm just going to read the first paragraph. They had this much on the word asshole. And so anyway, the word asshole in North American English, or arsehole in all other major varieties of the English language, is a vulgarism to describe the anus, and often used pejoratively as a type of, or to refer to people. And so Wikipedia had an entire section, had the history of the word, when it was first used on television. They suspect it was used in the vernacular before television, when it was used in movies first, and all that. So it's good to know what an asshole really is. Now, somebody else wrote a book, and the title was Asshole and then something else, and he goes into a really big, high-level PhD intellectual discussion on assholes. So, all right, our hero of the week. I love this so much because all the big flute engineers, all the GM executives, all the people that design cars, not one of them thought about this. Little Bishop Curry the Fifth. All right, Bishop Curry the Fifth. 9, that's 5 and 4. 9 years old, is inventing a device to save kids, because all these kids dumbass parents are leaving kids and dogs in hot cars and killing them. All right? So Bishop, little 9-year-old, said, well, we all should do something about this, shouldn't we? He says, I made it this far to 9 years old. I could probably get out, but these little ones can't, or the pets can't. So he developed a device that goes on the back seat of your car, on the headrest, facing the back seat. And when your car turns off, it detects, I guess there's a slight delay, it detects movement after the car is turned off. And it blows a fan, and it sends a message to your cell phone, and it sends a message with the GPS coordinates to local law enforcement. Brilliant! Brilliant. I hope this kid makes $100 million on this thing. They said, well, why'd you invent this? He says, if I can save one life, this would be a good deal. Little 9-year-old kid thinking like that. Bishop Curry the Fifth. So check him out, cute little kid, and you see the device, and I hope he sells this out to GM or somebody for $100 million, because it's worth more than that, really. So good for you, Bishop. Good for you, and whatever parents got you to where you're at. They must be good to have a kid like that. All right, so that's our show. Don't forget, September 15th and 16th, be here in Virginia Beach. Go to for VIP Video Weekend. Make sure you check out antion.com/VIPVideoDay.htm. Antion.com/VIPVideoDay.htm. And that's our show. Stay home if you can. Stay off those cruise ships. We don't want pirates screwing you. Stay safe, and hey, make some money while you're at it. All right, catch y'all later.